Good day everyone! Siguro naman natatandaan nyo pa yung tinalakay natin tungkol sa ancient astronomy. Pero alam nyo ba na bukod sa ancient astronomy, meron din tayong tinatawag na modern astronomy. Pero ano nga ba ang modern astronomy? Modern astronomy refers to the scientific study of celestial objects such as stars, planets, and galaxies using advanced techniques and instruments. It involves understanding the properties, movements, and interactions of these objects in order to gain insights into the universe. Ang ibig sabihin nito, ang modern astronomy daw ay ang paggamit o pagdiskubre ng mga iba pang mga planeta, stars gamit ang makabagong teknolohiya na kung saan dito nalalaman natin ang bawat movements at properties ng mga ito. Alam nyo ba na bukod dito, sinasabi na nalaman o natagpuan natin ang modern astronomy ngayong 20th century lamang sa pamamagitan ng mga photography, rocket power, at saka satellite technology na kung saan ito ang naging dahilan kung paano ang mga tao ay nagkaroon pa ng mas malalim na kaalaman tungkol sa ating astronomy. Ito din ang naging dahilan para magkaroon pa tayo ng discoveries at ma-uncover ang mga discoveries ng mga ito. Alam nyo ba na mayroon din tayo mga scientists dito sa modern astronomy na kung saan sila ang nag-discover ng iba't ibang mga planets, stars, at iba pang mga kagamitan na ating nagagamit at nakikita, nalalaman at napapansin sa modern astronomy. Ang ilan dito ay sina Tycho Brahe, Johannes Kepler, Nicolaus Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, at si Isaac Newton.
Magandang tanghali po. Ako po si Jeremy Toledo at ngayon ay ating pag-uusapan ng tungkol sa astronomical term o ang mga terminolohiyang astronomical ay ang mga salita o kategorya na ginagamit sa pag-aaral ng mga bagay sa kalawakan tulad ng mga bituin, planeta o galaksya. Ito ay binubungo ng mga konsepto at pangyayari sa kalawakan na nagbibigay kahulugan sa mga nangyayari sa labas ng ating mundo. Ano ang astronomical unit or the unit of length defined as the average distance between the Earth and the Sun. This distance is about 1.5 or 105 kilometers or 1.5 times 10 meters. At ang eccentricity in an ellipse, the ratio of distance between the position to the major axis. Ellipse curves for which the sum of the distance from any point on the ellipse to 2 points inside called the foci always the same. Ngayon po ay ang focus or flare foci, one of two fixed points inside from which the sum of the distance to any point is constant.
Kepler's first law. Each planet moves around the Sun in an orbit that is an ellipse, with the Sun at one focus of the ellipse. Kepler's second law, the straight line joining a planet and the Sun sweeps out equal areas in a space in equal intervals of time. Kepler's third law, the square of a planet's orbital period is directly proportional to the cube of the semi-major axis of its orbit. Meron din tayong tinatawag na major axis. Major axis is the maximum diameter of an ellipse. Orbit, the path of an object that is in revolution about another object or point. Orbital period, the time it takes an object to travel once around the Sun. Orbital speed, the speed at which an object, usually a planet, orbits around the mass of another object. In the case of a planet, the speed at which each planet moves along its ellipse. Semi-major axis, half of the major axis of a conic section such as an ellipse. Sino nga ba si Tycho Brahe? Tycho Brahe was an Danish astronomer and a nobleman who made accurate observation of the movement of celestial bodies in an observatory built for him by King Frederick II of Denmark in 1576. He was able to invent different astronomical instruments with the help of his assistant and made an extensive study of the solar system. Alam nyo ba na si Tycho Brahe ang may kakayahang malaman ang tamang posisyon ng 777 fixed stars accurately? Ano naman kaya si Johannes Kepler? When King Frederick II died and the successor did not fully support Brahe's work, he moved to Prague in 1599 where he was supported by Emperor Rudolf II and worked as an imperial mathematician. Emperor Rudolf II recommended Johannes Kepler to work for him as an assistant. Kepler was born to a poor German family and studied as a scholar at the University of Tübingen in 1589. Alam nyo ba na itong si Johannes Kepler din ang nakaisip ng mga tinatawag nating Kepler's first law, Kepler's second law, at Kepler's third law? Nicolaus Copernicus. He believed that only the sun and the moon revolve around the earth, and the other planets revolve around the sun, which itself revolved around the earth. Galileo Galilei, he was the greatest Italian scientist of the Renaissance. Due to the telescope, he was able to discover and observe important astronomical facts. At ang huli ay si Isaac Newton. He developed and formalized Galileo's concept of inertia. He conceptualized the force of gravity and he was able to provide an explanation for the elliptical orbits.
Ngayon naman po ay yung work ni Brahe at ni Kepler's. Work of Brahe and Kepler's had an unsteady working relationships. Kepler's was Brahe's assistant. However, Brahe mistrusted Kepler with his astronomical data in fear of being shadowed by his assistant. Brahe assigned to Kepler the interpretation of his observation of Mars, whose movement did not match Airy's calculations. At yung Kepler was tasked to figure out what path Mars follow as it revolved around the sun. It was believed by many scientists that Brahe gave this task to Kepler to keep him occupied and left Brahe to develop his laws of planetary motions. Kepler's discovery from Brahe's data. Kepler postulated that there must be a force from the sun that moves the planets. He was able to conclude that this force would explain the orbit of Mars and the Earth, including all the other planets, move fastest when it nears from the sun and moves slowest when it's fastest from the sun. Ngayon naman po ay ang Kepler's first law o ang unang batas ni Kepler na kilala bilang law of ellipses ay nagsasaad na ang mga planeta ay naglalakad sa paligid ng araw sa mga ellipse, kung saan ang araw ay nasa isa sa mga focus ng ellipse. Ibig sabihin, hindi nila sinusundan ng isang perfectong bilog na orbit, kundi isang elongated na hugis sa
Sunod naman ay ang second law ni Kepler. The second law, which is the law of equal areas, states that when an imaginary line is drawn from the center of the sun to the center of the planet, the line will sweep out an equal area of space in at equal time intervals. Ito yung sinasabi na ng second law ni Kepler, na kung saan nakikita nyo ba itong sun? Etong sun, pag nagkaroon siya ng imaginary line papunta dito sa gitna ng planet, ito ang nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng intervals, equal intervals at the same time. Dahil kapag bigla na lamang nagkaroon dito ng imaginary line, nagkakaroon din ng imaginary line intervals dito hanggang dito. Yan. Kaya nabubuo itong pabilog na to papunta dito. Dahil yung imaginary line ng sinasabi ng sun papunta sa planet ang nagiging dahilan.
At ngayon naman po ay ang Kepler's third law o ang batas na Kepler na ikatlong batas. Yan ikasad na ang oras ng pag-ikot ng isang planeta sa paligid ng araw ay nakabatay sa ikatlong kapangyarihan ng kanyang average na distansya mula sa araw. Ito ay nangangahulugang ang mga planeta na malapit sa araw ay naglalakbay ng mas mabilis kaysa sa mga planeta na malayo mula rito sa kanilang mga orbita. Ito po.
Dagdagan, revolve, Earth does this around the Sun once a year, oblate spheroid, dark region of the Sun due to lower temperature, axis, an imaginary line through Earth, model, a representation of the Sun, Earth, and Moon system, sunspot, it is the shape of the Earth and some other planets, it is like a spear squashed from the top so the diameter from pole to pole is less than the diameter from the equator to equator.
Ang eclipse, an obscuring of the light from one celestial body by the passage of another between the observer and its source of illumination. At yung parallax naman po is displacement of difference in the apparent position of an object viewed along two different lines of sight and is measured by different lines of sight and the angle or semi-angle or inclination between those two lines. Yun po. Then, Ptolemy justified his Earth-centered model and explained retrograde motion through cycles and epicycles. At ang orbit ay yung Earth spots in space. At yung planetary motion naman po ay are three scientific laws describing the motion of planets around the Sun by Johannes Kepler. At si Tycho Brahe po is accurate measurement of Mars were his greatest contributions to astronomy. Yun po yung contribution niya sa astronomy. At yung kay Kepler naman po ay na-develop niya ang heliocentric system wherein the orbits were elliptical rather than circular. This advanced the sun-centered view. At yung circumference is the perimeter of a circle of ellipse.